Experience growing up in a multicultural family is very different.
When people ask you where you're
I
from,
feel like my character became stronger.
that's pretty obvious. I think you all can guess it.
I
She would
would have
hurt me.
could.
I was the biggest K-pop fan.
Is she okay if she marry him?
I want to be the cool aunt, but I think I already am.
Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. So today I'm here with my sister and we're going to make a Q&A based on the questions that you sent me on my story. At the moment we are at camping, so we're doing family camping, so there's a lot of noise in the background, so I hope it will be okay. That's why we're using the phone mic. We had to improvise to have a better audio. Let's hope it's gonna be better. But anyway, before we're going to start, I think you should introduce yourself, because some people asked like more or less the same questions, and those questions we're just gonna summarize into her introduction.
Okay, so hello everyone. My name is Mariama. I'm Aisha's little sister. I'm 24 years old, and I'm currently a student.
What do you study? A lot of people ask like, what do you do professionally, and what exactly you do?
I did my bachelor's in sociology, and this autumn I'm gonna start my master's in digital marketing communication. So that's what I do.
Okay, great. So that's like some type of question that we already answered with her small introduction, and now I think we can just start off with a very interesting question, which is, there were a lot of questions. We just did some screenshots and we're gonna just choose some of them. We cannot answer all of them. How was it growing up in a multicultural family? And by the way, I love your videos. Thank you so much. And so I think this question is very interesting because we also have a big age gap. We are 9 years difference. And I think the way how I grew up, like my experiences in growing up in a multicultural family compared to her experience 9 years later is very different. So I think you can start.
Okay. My experience growing up in a multicultural family, there's been like some difficulties, of course, but I think from my point of view, I think it's really a cool thing growing up with different languages, especially because I also went to language high school. And I noticed that learning new languages is, I think, easier when you already grow up speaking more than one or two languages. You learned Korean really fast, right?
Yeah, not really fast, but for the effort that I'm taking, I learned it quite fast because I'm not really doing any effort.
Yeah, the only thing that maybe sometimes is a little bit annoying, when people ask you where you're from, you don't really know what to say, because you always say, I'm Italian, but then they say, okay, but where you really from? And then you say, okay, half Senegalese, half Italian. And other times it's like, where you from? And you answer half Senegalese, half Italian. Then they're like, okay, but I wanted to know what city you're from.
Really? That happens to you?
Yeah, like you never know what people
what exactly
intend.
They think,
Yeah.
So that's the only annoying thing for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically that.
Yeah.
What's your?
Yeah, so for me, the thing that was a little bit annoying, like it was difficult. It was 30 years ago in my hometown. I think our dad was one of the first black people in our hometown. So it was a little bit, I was always the only one. In kindergarten, in elementary school, in high school, there were not a lot of black or mixed people. People already immediately saw that I was different. Also, my name was very, very different. Your name is Mariama, which is very close to Marianna, Italian name. But my name was Aisata, is Aisata. And it was very difficult already, for people to read it. I actually hated every time going to a new place to present myself, because that was already very difficult for people to understand. And then they were like kidding, and like how you pronounce my name, they were laughing about it. But I don't care about that anymore because I feel like my character became stronger because of that.
Yeah.
But one thing that I really missed, and I think that's the biggest difference between us, is that until high school there was not a lot of YouTube around, a lot of internet. Amazon was just starting, so about hair products, I didn't have any curly hair products. I didn't know about anything because all the American hair products were unknown to me as well, because I didn't know. There was not good internet, there were no YouTube tutorials and anything, so that was a thing was really missing in my generation. And you don't have that problem anymore.
No, I didn't have like that problem. And also coming back to the fact that you said earlier, like being one of the only kids seen as foreigner in school, for me it was very different because there were a lot of children from different ethnicities in my classrooms from elementary school until high school, so I didn't have like that feeling. I stood out a little bit, but not as much as you did, probably.
Okay, let's go to the next question. The next question is, which parent do you think you look most like?
Okay, that's pretty obvious. I think you all can guess it, like watching the videos also with our parents.
Yeah.
I look more like my dad.
Yeah.
And Aisha looks more like our mom.
Yeah, and I think it was since we were children, like
yes,
that always.
Yes. But do you guys think we still look alike?
Yeah, I think we still look alike, but like many times people ask us if we're twins, and I'm like, no, we don't look like that, you know?
Yeah, it's not, yeah.
Yeah, we do look alike because of our skin and hair and stuff, but we could be also just like, we could know each other. We could be cousins and stuff.
Yes. If you analyze like the features,
then
they're different.
Yeah. What is your both hair care? What products do you use? I have similar hair.
Lately, I've been using the leave-in conditioner from Scala. I think it's like
I've seen that. Have you tried it?
Yes. Okay. The blue one. Now I want to order
the Brazilian product, right?
Yes,
I saw it on Amazon. I didn't order it yet.
I tried the blue one. Really nice. Now I want to try like the orange one with like mango. Or the yellow with maracuya.
Okay, now I'm gonna buy this now. We didn't talk about it before, so that's why.
I use that one as a leave-in conditioner. Then for edges and I do slick backs like Eco Gel.
Same.
For hair care, once a week, usually at the weekend, I do a hair mask from, what is it called again? Shea Moisture. With the, you said you also use that with the castor oil.
Castor oil, the black castor oil. I used to use only Cantu products for a long time because it's one of the only products that is very easy to get in Korea, because in Korea, Amazon is a little bit tricky, so that's why we always use Coupang and Cantu hair products. You can get almost everything and very quick. I use the leave-in conditioner and the shampoo, but I started to get some eczema back there from the shampoo, so I changed and now I use the shampoo and the hair mask from Shea Moisture. I started using the blue one with the hydration shampoo with, I think it's yogurt inside, but I'm gonna link the exact product, the shampoo and the mask. And then once a week I also do the mask with black castor oil, also from Shea Moisture. Who was most prone to be physical if needed, offending each other? A good memory as sisters. I think our age gap is way too big that we were like this, so we actually never had the same friends and we almost never hang out together, so that's why we never, like also in school, we never were in the same school because mostly this situation happens there, right?
And also at home we didn't really fight or like get physical because like I was much smaller.
Yeah,
like she would hurt me.
This question she wanted to put inside, but I'm thinking like
me?
It's like, who is the older sibling?
Who is the older sibling?
But we already answered that.
She is.
Will your sister come to visit you in Korea one day? So many people ask this question.
Like the most asked question was this one. Actually, I've been to Korea 5 times already.
A lot of times.
And actually once I was there for a whole year.
Yeah.
I was living with her for a whole year. That was actually like one of my like best memories that we have together.
Yeah.
We really got to know each other.
It was when you finished high school,
Exactly.
You graduated, and 1 month later you came and you stayed for 1 year with working holiday. So,
Exactly.
Yeah,
How you started?
Yeah, I started in Korea 6 years ago with working holiday as well. I did it for 6 months and she did it for 1 whole year. Would she love to live in Korea someday?
I don't know yet because I still like need to finish my studies. But as I said before, I really enjoyed my year in Korea. I think it's a pretty easy country to live in and more advanced than Italy. Maybe someday. Let's see where life brings me.
You're open to it, but it's like you're not planning it, right?
I'm not planning it,
Yeah.
but I'm open to it.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see.
Mariama, how did you react when your sister moved to Korea?
Actually, I didn't have a big reaction because I was like, okay, South Korea didn't tell me anything. Then we came, like me, my mom, my dad came to visit Aisha in Korea, and I really like the city, the country. We also took trips. We went to Busan, to Jeju Island. We saw different things. She showed me a lot of Korean music, Korean dramas, introduced me to that. First, I was like a little bit skeptical. I was like,
she was like, what is this?
okay, and all those like groups dancing together. I was like, okay. I still needed like to get used to it. I left Korea, came back to Italy. The year later, I moved there for a whole year. Like I was the biggest K-pop fan and
Yeah, I think
K-drama.
also that she saw every single K-drama that came out in that period. She was so addicted to it.
Yes. Now that that's over, I was really into it.
Korea can make you fall in love very quickly, so be careful when you visit.
You get addicted
Yeah.
so quickly.
Hi, what is your age gap? We already have that. Which character qualities you share and which are opposite?
Character quality that we share is that sometimes both we're shy,
Yeah.
especially if we like don't know the person. We're more. What do you think?
We are always interested also in new culture. We are open to try new things.
Yes,
Because a lot of people, they're a little bit like, what I don't know,
I don't want to try.
Yeah, I don't want to try.
Yeah.
We both like fashion and beauty. I think this is
Yes.
I don't know if it's only because we're both girls. We actually talk a lot about
trends that are going on and stuff like that. We have like most of our conversations are about beauty and fashion.
and opposite. I don't know. I think one thing that is pretty opposite is that you really like to have a lot of friends. You do like to hang out with a lot of friends, while I'm a person who likes more to stay at home.
Yeah.
Like I'm not saying that one of both is bad, like both are good, but I think this is just a difference.
Yes, I like to hang out with friends a lot, but I also like need my personal time.
Okay.
Like I cannot be around people like the whole
So you need to
week.
recharge from
Yes,
that as well.
exactly.
Yeah, so I think that, but other than that, I don't really know.
No, I think we're quite similar. You were such a good student when you were at school. I also like tried always like to do my best.
Yeah, we are all diligent. We have
Yeah.
a sense of responsibility.
Yeah.
We're both not like, we don't do a lot of crazy things.
No.
So we're more, I think our parents are pretty fortunate to have us because we never did any scandals or stuff like this in our puberty and stuff like this. What is her type of man, and also is she okay if she marry like Korean, for example? What a question. But many people ask this also.
My type of man is handsome. He has to be handsome for me. I don't have any preferences, ethnicity-wise or looks-wise. Just someone, I just have to like this person. When I was in Korea, I liked Korean guys. I live in Italy, I liked Italian guys, also black guys. Like, yeah,
Everything.
open, just handsome to me.
How do you stay close and connect with the distance between you? I mean, Instagram.
Yeah. We mainly stay in contact in social media, sending memes, sending trends.
Yeah, sending
And-
funny reels, stuff like this.
Exactly, like how I think all sisters do.
What is the biggest growth you have seen in one another over the years?
I think your biggest growth is that since you do like YouTube videos, you're way more confident in speaking to other people. You also attended panels where you spoke and events and stuff like that. Before, I always thought it would be like kind of like scared to do something like that. But I think this being like your work now, you learned it and you're like really confident in like speaking to a lot of people now.
Your biggest growth is, first of all, I need to say, I hope it's okay that I say it, but I'm really super proud that she was admitted at the very top university in Milan for her master's. Yeah. I think it's like a big growth that she made because I always saw her as a child. And then she more or less followed my footsteps, let's say. I went to Korea, she came to Korea. Then later, after that 1 year, I studied in Innsbruck, so she decided to study in Innsbruck as well. But after her bachelor, she took her initiative, or how do you say that? She knew what she wanted to do and she went through it no matter what other people said. She looked for a good internship, which she got, which is also like one of the best companies in our hometown. After the internship, she also was able to look for a university and something totally different, you know, like she's going to Milan, which is like a big step for us, you know, like not many people do that. Even though we're in Italy, we're still small city people, and going to a big city like Milan all by herself for studying, I think this is a very big step in growth, and that you had the courage and also the maintenance to do that.
Thanks.
I don't have a sister. Do you guys often go to each other for advice?
Yes, I think that's one of the top things, having siblings in general, especially like being a girl, having a bigger sister. There's so many things like you can talk about growing up, like some insecurities, some doubts that you have, like before going to your parents or to your mom to ask for advice, you ask your sister. That's what I did because she's my big sister. Our generation like understands each other more than maybe like our parents do. It's cool to have a sister.
Yeah, and I think the cool thing about having such a much younger sister is that sometimes when I'm insecure about like new trends, I always ask her. We help each other out. It's not like the one way, it's the one way and the other. In which language do you communicate within your family, and how do you manage it? I think it's a little bit confusing for a lot of people. We are from South Tyrol, that's in Italy, but it used to be in Austria, so that's why we actually speak German to our mom. Then we speak Pular to our dad, who is from Senegal. Our parents talk in Italian to each other because we're in Italy, and also when you live in Italy, the first language that you learn is Italian. So that's why we actually speak 3 languages within our family, but since everyone almost understands every language, it's not that of a big deal. But we usually never talk another language to the same person. So we each other only speak German.
German, yes.
With our mom, we only speak German, and with our dad, we only speak Pular.
Yes.
So we actually never speak in Italian to each other. It's just our parents who talk in Italian to each other, and we just listen. We understand everything, but if we answer or if we enter the conversation, we always enter the conversation either in German or in Pular. So that's like the quick explanation. What is the funniest memories you guys have together?
I think it was like that year when I came to visit you in Korea, because in that year we really got to know each other, because I was also a little bit more grown up and we could actually have like more conversations, have fun together. We went out together.
That was exactly the time when we could also start going out together.
Yes.
Like,
not a minor anymore.
Not a minor anymore.
That's actually like where we like got to know each other for real things.
Yeah, and also I think that was very not funny, but it was, I really enjoyed it and I really liked it. The thing that we did a music video together in Korea.
Yeah,
I almost forgot about it, but I just remembered it. Like, this is also a thing, a very special thing.
Yeah,
as sisters. I mean, that was very nice.
That was amazing. That was amazing.
We were booked as a dancer duo for a Korean music video.
Yes. Damn, yeah.
Do you and your sister ever argue?
Not really.
No, not really.
No, we don't argue.
Yeah, but I think it's also because of the age difference, and also because we
live far apart.
Yeah, and we don't really live together a lot. So that's why,
So there is nothing to argue about. Like, the time that we spend together, we just enjoy it. Yeah. Because then we know we will not see each other for a longer time. Yeah. So, it's all peace and love.
Do you want to be the cool aunt or more like a mother with rules and all to Fanta and Ardo?
I definitely want to be like the cool aunt. But I have to say, like, it's really interesting for me also see Aisha having like 2 kids now. So I can learn a lot. I see how it is being a mother is really interesting, and so that's preparing me for the future when I'm gonna have kids. So I can
in the far future, or is it gonna be the near future?
I think far future. Give me some time. Yes.
Enjoy your 20s.
I want to be the cool aunt, but I think I already am. Like, Fanta likes me.
Among all the people that she met now here in Italy, it's Mariama always. Mariama.
My new bestie.
Yeah. Tell us some funny stories of your childhood with your sister Mariama.
So I remember, this is actually really funny. I don't even remember how old we were. Aisha always loved music, so she had like an iPod. And I remember it was like a silver iPod with like 2 gigabytes. And then someday, like, she comes home and I catch her with a black iPod. I was like, what's that? Did you buy a new one? And she was like, no, I just colored it, trying to convince me that she didn't buy a new one. Once I took it, I turned it and I saw that behind it was 8 gigabytes. So I was like, yes. She begged me. She was like, please don't tell mom. And for that, I didn't tell mom, but she actually gifted me the old one. So like we had a deal.
I bought that one without my parents knowing, with some of my savings, but they never wanted me to buy just like things with my savings. They wanted me to save them, but I just bought it. When did you guys start becoming close? Sorry, of course, the year that you were there. Like there's no, like that's so clear. What do you like the most of having a sister?
Advice. We share like same interests. It's like a friend in the family.
One of the best things to have siblings in general is that when you are out with your parents, that you always have like that one person that is on your side.
True.
When fighting with parents. So I think that's very important. I think if you are a lonely child, you always need to defend yourself alone against the parents.
Yes.
So, do you want kids? If so, will you teach them German like Aisha?
Yes, I want kids in the future. And yes, I will teach them German. It's just like the most natural way. Then I don't know what other language they might learn. Yeah, depends on the father.
Will it be dialect or?
I think dialect, because it's like it's natural for us. Speaking like German from Germany, how we learned in school, feels like
you talking with your teacher.
Yes.
How was it growing up having a big age gap? I was waiting a long time for her. My first 8.5 years, like almost 9 years of my life, I was a lonely child. I remember so much that I wanted to have a sibling so hard. And I was super happy when she arrived, finally. I really wanted to have a sister. Like there was no discussion. I wanted to have a sister, not a brother. I don't know, like if you would have been a man, it would be no problem. But at that point, you know, kids sometimes they're strange. I really enjoyed also like the whole you being a kid and stuff. Even though we weren't close, it was still like good to have a sister. The good thing was also that we never were jealous. Like I can see already some type of jealousy forming with Fanta and Ardo, like with Fanta, because they are so close to each other, and almost everyone, like for example Chungu told me, it's normal and it's gonna be even stronger later when they grow up, because he has a sister who they are also very close, and it's normal to have like some type of also healthy type of jealousy. Like, but we never had anything because our age gap was just that big. How has your relationship as sisters been since Aisha has kids now?
It really hasn't changed.
Yeah, I also don't think so. What I also really enjoy is that we, sometimes talk about Fanta and Ardo. I don't talk only about that. Many times talk about totally different things.
Yeah.
And this is one thing that I really like, because usually when you meet other people, you start to, especially when both friends have kids, you keep talking only about kids. And I get very tired about that. So actually, for example, it was so funny yesterday when we went on the boat together. Like it was no 1 second talking about kids and stuff. It was just about us, and that was very cool. This is the last question. What occupation do you have? This we already answered. And she also asked, what is your favorite hobby, the way you relax when you are not working?
I love TV series. Sometimes I'm just a homebody. I love to have my time, just chill at home, watch my series and relax. The other way is going out with friends, like not especially like going out, but also like maybe after work, have an aperitivo together, talk about like normal stuff, just hang out, go through shops. I think that's a little bit also in our like Italian culture, having aperitivo at like 5-6 p.m. then just go home. Yeah,
That was it about our Q&A. Something different. I think this is an opportunity that we were able to do, because since I'm here in Italy, then later it's gonna be difficult to do such type of videos, and also since many of you requested that and wanted to know more about her, Mariama. So thanks so much for watching. If you have any questions, you can always write them down in the comment box below, and I will make sure, or she will make sure to answer them.
we will make a part 2
Or
when I
maybe-
come the next time visiting you in Korea.
Korea, yeah, it's time to come now that we live in a big apartment.
Yeah.
Right? Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and see you in the next one. Bye
Bye bye.